Awesome. Now I'm going to put on some music and see if people can hear me and the music. And is the music too loud? Can you hear the music?
Sounds good.
And you can hear me over the music. All
Yes.
right. Excellent. Yay, I'm loving the thumbs up from my SSGG support team. All right. I'm really curious if you feel like you are just being held down sometimes. You try to raise your vibration. You have so many amazing things going on in your life. And yet, you keep having restriction, time after time after time. You do all the right things, like Panda. You've changed your mindset. You've gone to the coaches. You've done the meditation. You've done yoga. You've done food. You've done so many different things, and yet, still, just when you're that close to having that success that you say that you want, something pulls you back down. How many people have experienced that? Surely I can't be the only one. Thank you for the hand raises. Yes, yes. This workshop is unshackle yourself to raise your vibration so you can have more energy and freedom in your life. Freedom from those things that keep holding you down. I'm Gwen Lepard, and I'm thrilled to be here. This is a totally new world, a new way of dealing with what our life has been for the last almost year. For me, my little story begins in Montana, July 31st, 2009. When, after years of verbally whipping me, my former husband did it for real. He didn't use a whip. What he used were wet pants. And as I felt the zipper come around and hit me in the corner of the eye, I knew I had to do something different, because he had just thrown coffee all over me. And as I was turned around trying to clean up the mess, he whipped me with those pants. And he did it because I'd done a stupid thing. And then he said, I'm going to keep coming down on you harder and harder until you stop doing stupid things. I'm like, crap, I just put laundry in with a pair of pants. What's the next stupid thing I'm going to do? I feared for my life, and I fled the house. I ended up in a gully, and I was curled up, crunched up in a ball. The smell of the stale coffee was clinging to me and still wet on my belly. I looked at my phone because I thought to grab that, smart. And I'm going, there's no one I can call. Because I had allowed this person to alienate me from everyone, including my father that lived 2 miles away. I'd even moved there to be closer to my dad. But it wasn't safe for me to go and spend time with my dad. It wasn't safe for me to take a walk on the road with my friend, the neighbor. And all of my other friends, they were gone. They weren't good enough for me. They had their own lives. They blah, 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 blah. There was always something wrong with them. He had to isolate me to the point where no one else. I looked at that phone. There was no one I could call. Finally, the first number was a cousin who was going through a horrific divorce. She's an attorney. She never answers her phone. But, well, if anyone would understand, she would. And I called, and she answered on the first ring. She goes, Gwen, I'm really worried about you. You've got to get out of there. You've got to make a plan. I'm like, I don't make a plan. If I go now. And that's what I did. And that was the day that I started my journey back to myself. So I drove away, leaving my cat behind, thinking that I don't know where I'm going, thinking she would be safe there. I kept looking in the rearview mirror, expecting him to come after me. He didn't. His energy did, though, and it hooked into my energy field, and it stayed there for a very, very long time. I'd already met the dance community, and in that dance community, I found a business partner. What I didn't know is I had found a similar personality to my former husband. This control and the needing to be in control of my life and eliminating everyone else out of my life was prevalent again. And then I met this amazing woman that was doing well, and I'd actually already met her. I reconnected with this amazing energy healer. And she was teaching us how to do this relationship clearing. And I'm like, relationship clearing, what's that? And she said, we're going to do this process. So think of one person. And if you think of more than one, figure out, which one just decide on one. So I'm going, do I do my former husband or do I do my business partner? I thought better do the business partner. The next day he listened to me for the first time in a very, very long time. Now it was way too late for our business. 22 months, $22,000. It'll come back someday. Somehow, somewhere. Maybe it already hasn't. I just don't know. I haven't looked for it. But what I realized is that this relationship clearing that I was learning was really something, because he hadn't listened to me in a long time. And so I started using it on my clients. And this young woman whose former husband was a narcissist, which my former husband was as well, she had a car that he bought in her name. She hated the car. She was driving around 2 young children in that car, and she hated the car so much she wanted to get in a wreck and total it. Very unhealthy behavior and thoughts. Yes? So we did a relationship clearing, and the next day he called her up and he said, I want to take that car back. I'm going to take it out of your name. You go get whatever you want. So she got the minivan of her dreams and now is safe with her children. I'm like, yeah, this stuff is really, really good. So I decided, even though I was learning energy medicine and through the entire body and did a 2-year certification course on it, it's like this relationship stuff. This is my place. Like Panda was saying about, you find the thing that's your thing. So relationships, my thing. And then as I discovered that not only was my former husband a narcissist, and my former business partner was a narcissist, or even beyond narcissism, that the partner that I had at the time was a covert narcissist. And I didn't know why or discover that he was until he sent me a love bomb after a betrayal that finally cut all of the cords and the attachments that I had in my relationship with him. And I started looking within. Why do I keep attracting the same people over and over again? And it's these shackles. What are shackles? I see them as control tools put on us by people that desire to control us. And most of the people I work with are empaths. I have many, many modalities that I put together to create the Lepard method. Can't even say my own name, yes? Lepard method certification program to empower empaths to evolve beyond narcissistic and energy bully abuse. Energy bullies. What are energy bullies? I started looking at all the different kinds of energy bullies. And it was becoming difficult to say narcissists, control freaks, manipulators, negative Nellies, and then also looking at procrastination. and comparison, inner energy bullies. So anything that steals your energy is an energy bully. Energy vampires, also energy bullies. So how do we know that we have an energy bully in our life? How many of you people, pardon, how many of you have walked into a room and all of a sudden your energy's gone? Or someone calls you up, yes. Hey, we got a double arm, I love it. Laura, is that you? Is that my tea woman? All right. That's something we have in common. I love teas. Not teasing, tea to drink. You'll catch Laura in the tea room later. I think it is Sunday. Yes. So these shackles from these energy bullies get stuck in our energy field. And how I feel them when I work with clients is I use all of the clairs. So clairvoyance, so I see them. Clairaudience, I hear them. Clairsentience, I feel them. And in fact, that's one of the things I'm working so that I can see them out here instead of feel them in my body. But because I'm a dancer, and because clairsentience was my first clair, or I thought it was, it's the one I trust the most. Claircognition it's that one where you just know stuff. And that's actually probably been my strongest clair all along, but you don't have any science behind it. You can't prove it, you know. So where are all of the reports and the studies? I just know. So that's a very difficult one to be able to have. And so I feel it in my body, and how I feel them is yokes. Shadow cloaks of responsibility, just weighing you down, blocking your wings, cages around your pineal gland, collars, corsets, keeping you so that you can't even breathe. The collars keep you from speaking. The cages around your pineal gland keep you from seeing, trusting your intuition, even oftentimes cause brain fog. The collars also affect your thyroid and how it actually works. It can block the physiology of how your thyroid should work, how it can be in its healthy colors. Feel cages and heart walls around the heart, especially those cages around the heart. Manacles, wrists and ankles, with chains between them, keeping you from stretching out and moving into life, pulling you down, keeping you locked up to a wall. Chastity belts, blocking your sex and your money like nothing else. I see them from parents. I see them from former lovers. I see them from past lives. We find this stuff in your DNA. We find it in other dimensions, in past lives, past generations, future lives, future generations. And all that stuff is stopping you and lowering your vibration. And we're here in this amazing gathering to raise up the vibration, to become hummingbirds. Yes, every single one of you is that fierce, undeniable, indomitable hummingbird. You all have hummingbird wings. Most of you also have angel wings. There's some eagle wings. Phoenix, oh my gosh, right now there's 4 phoenixes just right in front of me. Well, here we are in the fire circle. Of course there are phoenixes here. The dragon wings. We find mace balls. I find mace balls in people's guts. Big spiky balls. And they usually have IBS or some form of digestive problems. So all of those, does that help you know where you might be able to find them? Who has one right now that they want to share? They feel somewhere in their body that is, so feeling pain and restriction in your body shows you where your shackles are. And maybe you're seeing something now that you have this awareness. So we're going to remove them. One of the things I wanted, oh good, someone has messaged. Let's keep an eye on that little thing. Back of the neck. Ah, yes. Let us look at that. So back of the neck. So you have a collar with a leash on it that's pulling you back. Someone doesn't want you to do and live the life that you are living. So it's pulling back, and there's also a yoke that's sliding off. So moving that. Removing that now. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how does it affect your life? Ooh, did I just walk? I apologize. I didn't need to do that. I was looking at my mail. Let me come back to the fire and join you all. Okay. Neck and shoulder. Yeah. Chronic bloating and unexplained eye floaters. Thank you for sharing these. So the shoulder and the neck is also related to the back of the neck. The shoulder, those yokes of responsibility and shadow cloaks of responsibility. The shadow cloak of responsibility, I discovered working with a client that she had worked with so many different people trying to get rid of this connection with the former lover. And it just wouldn't go away. And, it'd go for a little while and it would come back. Like, I cut the cords, but they came back. Well, the cords you cut energetically, they were cut, they're gone. But we are energy beings. We are 360 degrees spheres of energy, and we want to connect. And that's one reason why this year's been so tough, because last year's been so tough. We can't connect, except for this way. We can connect with energy. We can connect with our eyes. And so that person that she couldn't get rid of, those cords, there were new things coming back, or they were deeper. And I found the deeper ones, that she had actually taken responsibility for him. Because as empaths, we feel other people's feelings. We feel their pain, and we want to fix them, especially disempowered empaths. So we want to evolve into empowered empaths. And when I looked into her energy field, I saw this cloak, like it was tied on, sewn on, like Wendy Darling sewed on Peter Pan's shadow. But Peter Pan's shadow, because her former partner, was a Peter Pan, his shadow was sewn on her back. So she had this shadow cloak, and I used a seam ripper to get it off of her. And it was gone. Still today, she says, thank you for that. It's gone. After so many years of trying to have this person out of her life, to no longer dig into her, hook into her, it was gone. So the chronic bloating and unexplained eye floaters, are they related? They are. So digestion and eyes. Interesting. It feels more like a parasite. So it might be an energetic parasite. It might not be a physical one, because the work that I do is in the energy field, and it affects the physical body. So the shoulder and neck yoke, move, shoulder cloak used. And anybody that has this, what I'm removing now, for anybody that's here, anybody that listens later, if you've got these, they're being removed, because the energy is in the recordings. So let's go back. So do we have any questions about the shackles or how to find them? how to feel them in your body. I often find cement blocks in people, around people's lower calves and feet when they can't move forward in life. And who have we got here? Guilt from leaving a 5-year relationship that was great, but it was just a feeling. It wasn't the true divine partner. Fear of it. Fear of it. It's okay to walk. Oh, good. You can hear me from anywhere. Woohoo! Oh, yeah, right. When I walked away, that's true. But I want to be in the fire pit. I love fire. So guilt. So where does the guilt show up? In your heart, in your throat, in your yoni, in your knees. So how is that stopping you in your life? Would you like a tool to remove them? So I didn't mention this at the beginning, and I want to share now that I do have an offer for you. And we'll do a meditation afterwards, after I share this with you, and a link to it. And it's also in my hexagon, my provider page. There are some simple tools that I put together. It's an online course, 5-module shackle liberation. And there's a lot of other pieces there as well. A lot of bonus audios that you can listen to, and all, like I said earlier, all of the energies are in the recording. So there's videos as well as audios, whichever modality you prefer. I have a deal for the Southern Sierra Goddex gathering of only $97. It's worth over, the value of it is over $1,400. And these are tools. It's more of a classroom setting where you have PowerPoint and I'm sharing things, and then meditations, and then you also have meditations that you can use in your life. And you can find that at gwenlepard.com, SSGG-liberation. And you can also find it at my hexagon in the page there, that the page you go to, it's available there as well. And that's one of the ways that you can help keep them gone. You can learn how to do that yourself and for yourself. So thank you. So let's do a raise vibration meditation. Actually, I said to bring water. It's time for a water break. Yes. Yes. Chastity belt and a girdle locked, clenched. Yes. Being held back. Yes. Yeah. What is that? What is that guilt doing? Yes. Okay. Sure. An energy technique that you would like me to share now. I'm going to give you my energy elevator. It's one of the bonuses in the Shackle Liberation online program, so you can do it there as well if you decide to pick that up. So as I mentioned earlier, we are all spheres of energy. We're 360 degrees balls of energy. And we have attachments, cords, ropes, knives, needles, cables, chains attached in our energy field. Or that's how I see them. That's my metaphor. It makes it easier to get rid of them. If there was something nice and warm and fuzzy like a kitty cat, I wouldn't want it to go away. I miss my kitty. So how we do this, and you don't have to stand, but you can if you want, is you imagine a large, sparkly white, silver white, it might even be gold, I don't remember the colors now, I just do it automatically anymore, ball of energy above your head, and you start bringing it, and it's beyond your energy field. So the energy elevator, you bring down this first gold ball of energy, and as it comes through your body, it's releasing all of those attachments all the way through, and completely clearing out every single fiber of your being, inside your physical body, on the skin of your body, out into your energy bodies, your light body, and beyond your energy field, fully releasing any attachments anywhere in your energy field. Now that we've released all of these attachments, we're bringing in a column of white light from above all the way down to the center of the earth, and expanding it out into a sphere. And as it expands out, it reestablishes, it restores your boundaries. Making nice, healthy boundaries. So those things that are for your highest good with harm to none can come in, and those things that are learning lessons you don't want, or things that are not for your highest good, will go on. Just remove, pass you by. They don't see you. You're no longer that juicy morsel waiting to be attached into, establishing that boundary. The third ball is a sparkly gold ball of light. Gold ball of light. Bright sunlight gold. And in it is your spirit. Now, a little bit about that before we do that. Our body is like our car. Our soul that animates us, our soul is the engine. Our spirit's the driver. And we're going to bring our spirit back into our body, because so often we are, if we're watching a lot, if we're on the computer a lot, we're up in our head. Our body, we're not embodied. We're in our head or above. If something's come out of left field, it's knocked your spirit over to the right. Maybe somebody has shouted at you and you're actually standing behind yourself. Your spirit is behind you. Maybe somebody stabbed you in the back and your spirit is out in front of you. Maybe somebody yelled at you in your right ear and you're off on the left. You're not in your body. Rarely do I see anybody below their body. But if I do, they're in deep, deep depression. So usually you're up out here. So that gold ball of energy, bringing your spirit in with that energy and bringing it down through your energy field. Now bringing it into your body. Bring your spirit into your crown, past your third eye, your harmony chakra, your throat chakra, your breath chakra, your heart chakra, the solar plexus, the creation chakra, the manifestation chakra, the grounding cord chakra, the altar chakra, the base chakra, the boundary chakra, and down into the center of the earth. And then bringing it back, your awareness and your spirit, as it gets to your fingers, through your fingers and your feet, lock it in. So the energy has passed below you, and your spirit is now embodied in your feet, locked in your fingertips, locked in your pancreas, locked in your heart, locked in your entire body, embodied with your spirit in exactly the place where it is meant to be. This is the energy elevator, and this is daily energy hygiene. You can also do this in 3 seconds. Release, restore, realign. Any questions? Time for some more water. What are your wonderings? One of the things that I notice a lot about the energy elevator is that if there's a part of your body that is weak, like for me, it's my eyes. So when I finish with the energy elevator, my eyesight is always better. For some people, it's their low back. For some people, it's their abdomen. For some people, it's their knees. It's like they spend so much time up out of their body that their lower body is not embodied by their spirit. And so they have pain in their knees and their ankles and their feet or their hips because they're really high up, the spirit not being in your body. So how do you feel now that you are embodied in your body? And Sasha, I want to check with you. How much time do I have left? So I'd like to wrap up with a meditation. I can, yes. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Oh, yay. You're welcome. Thank you for requesting. Okay. Well, they're not that good yet. You feel still and quiet. Thank you. Your shoulder was hurting very badly prior and suddenly it feels absolutely free. Yes. Tried to stay in the space. The internet connection's not doing well. Definitely feeling the energy being cleared and feeling it. One of the things I love about energy work, I mean, obviously, we're all over the planet. And you can do energy work all over the planet. You don't even have to be with that person. And that's one of the reasons why I created the Lepard Method certification program. I'm empowering more empaths to do this type of work so that they can help raise the vibration of the planet. So even if you're not on here, you're still getting the benefit if you're part of the gathering or if you watch later. Because we're holding space as space holders. We're holding space for everyone that signed up. Everyone. So if you watch this later, think about what it is that you want cleared and accept that clearing. So let's move into, and also a reminder that I am doing one-on-ones. So go to my hexagon and you'll never get a session this affordable ever again and nowhere else. Sasha asked for a specific time and amount, and I said, okay, I can do it. So let's begin with a willingness, a little water. Willingness and wonder. And the wonder, I love willingness because willingness is your willingness to surrender, to be. And then there's your willingness. You're willing things to happen. And wonder could be a question or it could be amazement. And water, of course, is life. And we need lots of it to stay hydrated, so all of our functions work properly. Can you still hear me over the music? Oh, that's even better. Perfect. Put your feet on the floor, or imagine them there. Your hands on your heart. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. And out. And again. And out. Bring your attention to the space between your hands and your heart. And notice what you notice there. There might be something there that you feel. A sensation, an emotion. There might be something there that you hear or say to yourself. There might be something there that you see. Person, place, object, thing, color, shape. There might be something there that you know. There could be a combination of any or all of those, and whether it's subtle or obvious, there's something there for your transformation. So notice and remember. Bring your attention to the base of your spine. Notice the grounding cord going down into the center of the planet. It's nice and wide, the width of your hips. The inside is slippery. It's set on release, and it is magnetic. So whatever it is that you're here to release today will be easily be drawn down into the center of the planet to be converted, recycled, transformed into pure energy for your life. Bring your attention now to the base of your feet. Notice the grounding cords coming out of the arches, going down into the center of the planet. These are set on receive, and these are tapping in to two vast reservoirs from the planet. The reservoir of supply and the reservoir of support. In support, you find that your nourishment, nurturing, energizing vitality, and any other kind of support you want from the planet. And supply is where you find the minerals, the metals, the crystals, the gemstones, all of that treasure trove of wealth. Treasure trove of wealth energy below your feet and accessible to you at any time. As you're tapping into that, what are you feeling? The gold, the silver, the copper, the platinum, selenite, the rose quartz, garnets, carnelians, rubies, sapphires, lapis, smoky quartz, clear quartz, tourmaline, opals, gemstones, galore, emeralds, diamonds, and whatever else you see or have on your altar. The energy of that, bring that energy of that treasure trove of wealth and the energy of support. Supply and support coming up through your feet into your ankles, lower legs, knees, upper legs, hips, lower abdomen, low back, mid-abdomen, mid-back, chest cavity, your upper back and spine, the back of the neck, the back of the head. As you reach the crown, the top of your head, notice that you are connected to the heavens as well as earth. Heaven and earth holding you in this present moment, bringing your presence to this moment of transformation. Bring your attention to that connection with the heavens and notice that this is your direct access, your personal direct access to divine source. Open that up, looking down from the aspect and elevation of divine source, and looking at you and your energy ball, your energy sphere, your energy field, and noticing what you notice about your energy field, and anywhere that it is not perfectly spherical, anywhere there's dings, places it might be cut off, crunched in, not fully formed. Bringing in divine light to fill it all in, seal it up, and then bring a sparkly gold light around it. Bring your attention to those things that you've been asking Divine Source for. The requests, the demands, the asks, the longings. Notice the things that it's their time are dropping down into your outer energy field. Notice the things that are for the highest good of all with harm to none are dropping down into your outer energy field. And notice that those things that you've been longing for, how longing equals lack. And as long as you long for it, you get more lack of it. So drop that longing down your grounding cord to be converted into pure energy for your life. And notice as you do that, that with gratitude, Divine Source brings something forward that even you can't imagine. It's more spectacular than you ever imagined. And the gratitude that floods your body as you notice this. This offering, this gift from Divine Source that gives you so much energy and raises your vibration beyond what you even thought was possible. As that drops down into your outer energy field. These gifts, these asks, these desires start moving through the energy field, through your light body, through your energy bodies, reaching your physical body where it can become manifest, where they can become manifest. Bring your attention back to what it feels like to be in your body, connected to heaven and earth, connected to Divine Source, earthly supply and support. Mix all those energies together, spread them out across your scalp, down your forehead, past your eyes, your jaw, your throat, sliding out your shoulders into your upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, and hands, and flowing directly into your heart, and filling up your heart, and filling up your heart, and filling up your heart so full that it's overflowing, and that overflow is where you give to others. That's where others get from. Your full heart is for you. And then you fill up even more so that your heart is beyond your heart, filling in your physical body, your energy bodies. This overflow flowing out past your light body and even out past your energy field. And as it reaches outside of your energy field, that overflow, you are so filled up with vibrating energy that overflow, others can feel that and get what they need from you without even disturbing you, because you are so filled up that your overflow is just naturally serving others. Bring your attention back to the space between your hands and your heart, and notice what is different here now. Now that you're connected heaven and earth, now that you know that you have access to Divine Source, earthly supply and support, now that your energy field is a full, healed sphere, 360 degrees, with a boundary energy, a protective energy that only allows things for the highest good, with harm to none. Your highest good. So notice what's different there between your hands and your heart. And remember, take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, slowly and gently press your hands into your heart space. And allow them to float down. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Now is a really good time to have more water. How's everyone doing?
Oh, thank you.
Let me see. Oh, your hands are tingly. Awesome. That's fantastic. And how's your low back 4 and 5 doing now? I'm glad to hear that it is better. Excellent. So if we have any other questions, people want to unmute themselves and ask any questions. That's my grounding heart meditation. I do that at the beginning of every class. I do that before we even, I do it at the beginning of every client call. And sometimes that actually is the healing. And then the rest of the time we spend just dealing with the chatter. Any questions? No one's unmuting. Aware of my right ear. Also feels clearer, but I've had a funny ear infection for a while now, like months. Okay. Interesting. I'd love to do a session with you if you decide that that is in your highest good. I guess I will wrap up since I don't have more questions. It's with so much gratitude to be invited to be part of this amazing gathering and to be able to help kick it off on this first day. I have journeyed far to be here in many different ways, and bringing with me today the mountain energy of Montana, the wind that came through to clear out all of the shackles and even knocked off our power, and grateful that the power stayed on for this. The snow that has come in now to bring a blanket of quiet and stillness. And those deep roots. Magic, majesty, and mysticism of the mountains of Montana. I leave you with many, many blessings, so much joy. And I didn't ask you at the beginning, on a scale of 0 to 10, where was your vibration? But think about it, and where is it now?
Thank you, Gwen. Sending those high vibes. We could show you maybe with our fingers, show your neighbor. So when you started, your vibration was about what?
About a 4, 4 or 5. 4.
For me, 4, 5, somewhere in there. So show your neighbor how it started. And now, how do you feel? Yeah.
I love what I do. Thank you for receiving so beautifully. You were just wonderful goddesses.
Thank you so much for staying up late for us, Gwen, from coming from Montana and bringing us the mountain snow vibes. I can feel that grounded home. I'm from Colorado, and so those Rockies are something fierce. And it's cool to have both coasts represented and the middle of the country represented, and really coming together in this way. Is anyone else like really having this thing where they look at people on the screen now and they're like, I can see the hummingbird in them like really hard? Every time I look at you guys now, I'm like, wait, you look like a bird.